Good? All right. Welcome to the first ever Stewardship Telethon from Christ United Methodist Church. Thank you, Logan, very much. Thank you to all the people who have come to help out tonight. A huge crowd, yeah, 2 people. So thank you anyway. What we're going to do is we'll kind of explain to you what's going to go on tonight, but Jay will do that. I'm just happy to have you be a part of this. We have a number of people who are singing and playing music tonight, so I hope that you will enjoy this basically hour-long telethon. Jay.
Everybody, we hope you'll pick up your phone and call in tonight. We've got 6 people here who are going to be accepting phone calls. Well, 5 here and 1. Rachel is at home, and you can reach her if you'd like to call in your pledge at 303-880-0563. But there are 5 smiling faces behind these masks today. Say hi, everybody. Gail, Jackie, Bruce, Nancy, and Evelyn, who are also going to be calling you. But we would like for you to help us tonight by calling in. We will be adding pledges by the number of pledges that get called in, 10 at a time, and hopefully we're going to blow out the top of our thermometer tonight. So if you got time tonight, please pick up your phone and let's make a pledge. Rusty, you want to introduce our first act?
Our first act tonight is someone that you know very, very well. It's Logan Bingham. And Logan is going to be going to kick us off. So Logan, come on out.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one.
That was amazing.
Thank you, Logan.
That ought to be worth a couple of hundred pledges all by itself.
No doubt. That is terrific.
I would like to let you know that we already have some pledges that have come in, and we're going to be reading off the names of the people who've already pledged and sent their pledge cards in. And I'd like to thank Ron and Virginie Stricklet for sending in the first pledge. And I'm going to follow up some of these in alphabetical order. Louis and Frida Allen have pledged. Tom and Dana Beckman have pledged. Bob and Evelyn Bovin have pledged. Don and Nona Bressler have pledged. Stephanie Bressler has pledged. Dan and Marcia Brissenden have pledged. Dan, hope you're doing okay. I miss seeing you, buddy. Rusty Butler made a pledge, as did Debbie Carden and Scott and Kelly Carpenter. That's our first 10 pledges that we received, so we can now mark our thermometer up to 10. We're trying to get to 120, 130 tonight. So if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and pick up the phone now, make your call.
Perfect. Thank you, Stephanie, for filling up the thermometer. Now we're going to have our second artist, who is our new organist, Shelby Fisher. And so Shelby's she's going to have some music for us. Shelby.
You got one.
thank you, Shelby. That is.
And she's a little lonely right now because she hasn't gotten anybody to call her. And so I'd like to encourage you to pick up your phone, dial 801-557-7099. Nancy's waiting to talk to you and find out what you've been doing over the last few months, and hopefully you'll be calling in your pledge. Thanks. By the way, I'd like to announce 10 more pledges that have come in since we started the telethon. Charlie and Maggie Koffel have sent in their pledge. Dale and Peggy Cruz. Gosh, Dale, Peggy, miss seeing you guys. Dorothy Dean, she's called in a pledge. Dan Duggleby and Amy Giros have called in a pledge. Elaine Erickson has called in a pledge. Rod and Kay Grimmy have called in their pledge. Rod, Kay, thank you so much for what you do. Maxine Haggerty, my neighbor, she's called in her pledge, as has Norm Hall, and our buddies Mike and Connie Hampton, and one of the best golfers in the church, Doug Hattery, has called in his pledge. So we've got 10 more. We're up to 20 already. Let's raise the bar. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. So I'm Kelly Carpenter, Children and Young Family Ministries Coordinator, and a lot of what we do in Children's and Young Family Ministries would not even be possible without the support of Christ United Methodist Church. And this year, our program, just as all of our programs, have had to figure out a different way to still provide amazing things. So we have looked at Sunday school and virtual Sunday school outside of the box, and I think for the first time ever, we pulled off an incredible virtual vacation Bible school with over 70 participants, and I believe at least 3 or 4 different states, all across the United States. So thank you very much for your support. We've done some fun things with Young Family Ministries, and as soon as we can get back together, we're going to be doing that. We had Night Out with us. We were going to have, or Night Out on us, where parents came in, we watched kids and gave them a night out. We were looking forward to Night Out with us to all go bowling at Fat Cats, but that just didn't happen this year thanks to the pandemic. But you can be sure that once this is over and we can meet again, we are going to be meeting again, and we're going to be having a lot of fun together. And we look forward to Vacation Bible School in person for 2021, and also more children's ministries activities. And as COVID allows, we are going to be getting back together when we can and when it's safe, to more nights out with us, nights out on us, more activities with our Building Better Moms into Building Better Families, bringing our young families together. Sunday school, fun events like the Easter egg extravaganza, the Christmas Eve, our children's Christmas pageant. This year's going virtual. Next year we should be able to hopefully be all back together, and I am looking forward to that. Our fall festival as well. So just lots of great things. We have lots of reasons to be optimistic for 2021 and for our programming to continue on, and just having a lot of fun. So thank you for your support.
Thank you, Kelly. Ministry continues to go on even in this strange time, and so we're so thankful for your support in 2020, but we hope that you will continue to support us in 2021. Now, the next person who's going to sing is a recording by Mike Hampton, and we don't have it here, but we can hear him, but I think you might have the video that's all keyed up, and so I just want to take a moment to say thank you to Barrett Carpenter, Frank Lingell, and Chuck Middlestat, who are our AV, our audio-visual team tonight. They put it together. They trained many, many years to do this. And so thank you guys so much for your skill and talent to do this. So here's Mike Hampton singing his song tonight.
Daddy drove the wheels off a flatbed Ford. Flies found a hole in the old screen door. Granny said the dress that my sister wore to church wasn't long enough. Mama Mama poured grease in a Crisco can, put 100,000 miles on a Sears box fan. Uncle Joe put tobacco on my hand where them yellow jackets tore me up. And I ain't making this up. Oh, you think I'm talking crazy? In a different language you might not understand. Oh, that's alright. That's just the kind of life that made me who I am. Just taking my mind on a visit back in time, 'cause I miss it. You wouldn't know or love it like I love it unless you lived it. And man, I lived it. Granddaddy smoked Salems with the windows up, rolled me around in the back of that truck. We drank from a hose and spit in a cup. We all survived somehow. Them old Duke boys, they're flattening their heels. Hollywood was fake, wrestling was real. Wouldn't dream of spending that $2 bill from pushing a lawnmower around. I'd go back there right now. Oh, you think I'm talking crazy? In a different language you might not understand. Oh, that's alright. That's just the kind of life that made me who I am. Just taking my mind on a visit back in time, 'cause I miss it. You wouldn't know or love it like I love it unless you lived it. And man, I lived it. Oh man, I lived it. Oh, you think I'm talking crazy? In a different language you might not understand. Oh, that's alright. That's just the kind of life that made me who I am. Just taking my mind on a visit back in time, 'cause I miss it. You wouldn't know or love it like I love it unless you lived it. Man, I lived it. Oh man, I lived it.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike, for doing that. That's terrific. What do we have, Jay? Do you have any updates for us?
Tom and Terry Haven have made a pledge. My friends Craig and Ruth Haw have made a pledge. Going to miss seeing you at our traditional Christmas party, Craig and Ruth, but we'll get together someday. Dave and Sue Hepner have made a pledge. Shirley Hughes has made a pledge. Phyllis and Stephen Hunt made a pledge. That's the head of my neighborhood group, and Phyllis, I really miss seeing you as well. Ted and Ann Itchon have made a pledge. Sorry we can't hear his great voice in the choir right now. Evelyn Caswin, one of our callers, has made a pledge. I talked to Kathy Kanishi this morning. Kathy wanted everybody to know that she's already sent her pledge in. Lorraine Lakey. Lorraine, thank you so much. We appreciate your pledge. And I'm going to round out this 10 with John Lay. I don't know how many of you know this or not, but John organized and got 88,000 pounds of wood delivered to the Navajo Nation following that big windstorm we have. John, we appreciate all the work that you do. So we've got 10 more, brings us up to 30 completed pledges. Thank you all.
Perfect. Thank you, Jay. The next two artists, you've already heard from one of them, Shelby Fisher, but Larry McGill's going to sing a song this evening, and so thank you, Larry. Appreciate it very much.
shackled by a heavy burden, 'neath a load of guilt and shame. Then the hand of Jesus touched me, and now I am no longer the same. He touched me, oh, he touched me, and oh, the joy that floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and made me whole. Since I met this blessed Savior, since he has made and felt me whole, I will never cease to praise him. I'll shout it till eternity rolls. He touched me, oh, he touched me, and oh, the joy that floods my soul. Something happened, and now I know he touched me and made me whole. He touched me and made me whole. Thank you, Shelby. I screwed that up. But I want to also say this is the time for commitment of all of the singers that are singing tonight and others. This next several months, we're going to need more singers, because we need to have some different music during our church services. So maybe I've started it, maybe I haven't, but we need more help and more people to do this. Thank you.
Thanks, Larry. Really appreciate it. I'm back here with a very lonely Bruce Meyer, who is waiting on your phone call right now. His number is 801-699-4269. He's already gotten 6 pledges, so we're hoping that folks that are watching might want to pick up the phone now and make sure he's not lonely tonight. Go ahead and give him a call and make your pledge while you can. Really would appreciate that. Rusty, I've got 10 more to announce.
Stephanie, there's 10 more.
10 more, right. John and Sarah Lee, the great folks that run our Faith on Fire and Mad Band, they've made their pledge. One of our callers here tonight, Dale McCormick, has made his pledge, as has Ralph McKay. Mark and Jolynn Miller. Mark's one of my hiking buddies, and we appreciate what they've done for us tonight. One of the folks that's running the booth, Chuck Middlestat and his wife Bev, have made their pledge. Joe and Sylvia Nilsson. I see Sylvia up here working with the Meals on Wheels program all the time. Just quiet, good work that folks in this church do. Helen Nix. If you don't know about Helen, she knows more about movies than anybody else. If you need a good movie, ask Helen to help you out. Steve and Barbara Olchek have made a pledge. Matt and Monet Palmer have made a pledge. And the great folks, Bob and Dorothy Pierce, have made their pledge. So we're up to 40. Thanks, everybody. Keep them coming.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I've got a note here from Katie Lay, who is the director of the Wesley Bell Ringers. This is what she says. When COVID-19 hit Utah, we suspended our rehearsals and eventually canceled our summer tour. After weeks of quarantine, we decided to revamp our rehearsals and reconvene for the month of June, culminating in a live stream concert around the time when we would have been returning from summer tour. Our new rehearsal protocol involves many new safe practices. We've created more physical distance between the ringers, mandated mask wearing at all WBR events, and instituted a strict hand washing policy for entering and exiting CUMC. We were able to safely host a socially distant rummage sale this fall and plan on another during the spring. We appreciate your understanding as we cannot safely perform rummage pickups at this time. For the coming Christmas season, once our current quarantine orders from Governor Herbert have been lifted, we will resume our safe rehearsals and perform one live stream Christmas concert here at CUMC on Tuesday, December 22nd at 7:30 p.m. We regretfully have had to cancel our external concerts for the 2020 Christmas season. We are excited, though, to participate in whatever way we can for the Christmas Eve service this year. We very much miss sharing our music ministry with all of you and look forward to the day that we can safely be together again. So that's Katie Lays, the director of Wesley Bell Ringers' message to us. And now we have a recording of the Wesley Bell Ringers who did this just a few months ago.
socially distanced from Jackie Hibbard, the chair of your church council. And I want you to know that Jackie would like you to pick up the phone and call her at 801-550-1733. Don't keep her lonely tonight. Pick up your phone, give her a call, give her a hard time if you want to, but call her on the phone. Excuse me. Rusty, I got 10 more.
Oh,
I want
good.
to read off and thank profusely Daryl and Donna Perkins have made a pledge. Gary Perryman, what a great guy. Gary, thank you so much. And Gina Reiki, we appreciate what you've done. Jen and Carolyn Robinson, oh good, somebody is calling Jackie right now. Shirley Scown has made a pledge, as has Bill Sivers. Jerry and Janice Tidwell have made their pledge. Jeff and Pam Teedy. Jeff helped work with me as we were loading up all of that wood for the Navajo Nation, and we really appreciate the opportunity to work with Jeff out there. I guess I can announce my own. Eileen must have mailed our pledge in, so we're done. George and Jenny Wallen. Gosh, I miss seeing you guys at church. I hope to see you again real soon. Thank you for your pledge. We got 10 more, Rusty.
Great. Stephanie's got, we're up to 50 right now, Jay, so we're doing pretty good.
That's great.
Now, the next recording that we have was just done a couple of days ago, and it is a special recording in honor of Ed Duncan. And John Adamson wrote this song, and then he had John Lay and Katie Lay, and he come in and record the song just this week. So this is for Ed Duncan.
If only we could be there by your side, you'd know the gratitude that we have inside. You filled this hall with music and our hearts with pride. If we could be there by your side.
We talk about the days gone by when you were young, and dreamed about a choir of bells the youth among, and how a million songs or two just might get sung back in the days when you were young.
Then the seasons set their sails to send you to some storied sights.
As summer tours and teenagers filled up your days and nights.
You took it all.
Your loved one by your side,
and braced with faith together faced an
eventide.
And now you turn the maestro pages one last time. Sit back and hear the folks you've taught ring out the chime.
And know you leave a legacy of sound sublime. Your work here will live ever on.
For music knows no dusk or dawn. One day this sickness will be gone.
Then we can be together by your side, to give you all the thanks you've always tried, and marvel at the 50-plus year ride.
To a world you brought so many to.
The spirit of this place is you.
Hang on to what you know is true.
That we will be together by your side. We'll be together by your side.
Really, really pleased with that. I do have 10 more names to announce, and I'm so pleased to be able to call everybody out who's made their pledge tonight. Jim Weeks and Mary Paulson have made a pledge. My great friend Mike Morris and his wonderful wife Paula Morris have made a pledge. Diane Stewart and Larry Montgomery have made their family's pledge, as has Roger and Julia Lester. Gosh, I miss seeing you guys here at church, and hope you'll come back when we can all come back together. Jackie Hibbard, one of the people that's making the calls here tonight, they've made their pledge tonight. Ruth and Dick Stone have made their pledge. Ruth Burkett. Ruth, I've seen you here at church when we had the interim times to be together, and I miss seeing you as well. Catherine Carter has made a pledge. Dick and Debbie Flagere have made a pledge. And Bruce and Erica Meyer. Bruce is here because Erica kicked him out and made him come up here tonight. But we're pleased to see their pledge as well. Thank you so much. To 10 more people, we're up to 60. Are we up to 70 now? 60 now. That's great.
The next recording that we have is by Lewis McCracken. Now, Lewis is, I think he's a sophomore this year. He might be a junior. Is he a junior? Okay, he's a junior. So Lewis is a piano genius. So he's playing a song by Beethoven. I hope you enjoy it.
In just a minute, you're going to hear from Evelyn Cassworm, but I want you to know she's got a phone number here, and in a couple of minutes, you can call her at 801-712-0236. But in the meantime, allow me to read off a few more names of people who have called in their pledges tonight. We really do appreciate Larry and Marilyn McGill, Frank and Joan Lingell, Sarah Anderson. Sarah, thank you so much for calling your pledge in. Fred and Sharon Balch. Fred, I miss seeing you. Diane Long has called in her pledge all the way from retirement in Colorado. Ron and Pat Hodges, who still consider this place their home. They called in a pledge for us today. Robin Howe and John Adamson. Robin, John, thank you so much for all you do here. Troy and Debbie Rohovit, and one of the older members of our congregation, Oriel Sherwood, called in his pledge. So we really do appreciate each of you and what you've done. That's 10 more, Rusty.
Good. That's great. I want to introduce you to Evelyn Caseworm. Evelyn is the care team coordinator here, and she does a terrific job making sure that people continue to get called with their sick, they need help. So Evelyn, I want to just have you speak a little bit about that.
Okay, we have been meeting by Zoom here for months on the first and third Tuesdays of the month, and we try to gather the names of people who we know are ill or having trouble, or some of our shut-ins. We try to make contact by phone. Before COVID, we made personal visits, but at this point, we can only really get in touch by phone. We need your help in letting us know who it is that needs care. We send cards, and then Pastor Bruce and Rusty will reach out. Pastor Bruce, COVID has made it hard, but we are trying very hard to know the members that need care, need concern, need prayers. So please let us know if there is someone you know of, and we will reach out to them. Thank you very much.
Come on in. Many of you know Austin Thorpe. Austin was the choir director here for a number of years. How many years, Austin? 7 years. Then he went to get his doctorate, but he's been meeting with this group of young people, and they've been in the gym, they've been socially distanced singing, so we're glad that you could join us tonight. Thank you all for coming, being a part of it.
The first piece that this choir called Essere will sing, and Essere means to be in Italian, is Brightest and Best. And the text, because it's hard to understand us through the masks, is Hail the blessed morn, see the great mediator down from the regions of glory descend. Shepherds go worship the babe in the manger. Lo, for his guard the bright angels attend. Brightest and best of the stars of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star in the east, the horizon adorning, guide where the infant Redeemer is laid. Cold on his cradle the dewdrops are shining. Low lies his bed with the beasts of the stall. Angels adore him in slumber reclining, Maker and monarch and Savior of all. Shall we not yield him in costly devotion, odors of Edom and offerings divine, gems of the mountains and pearls of the ocean, myrrh from the forest and gold from the mine? Thank you very much. And I have to tell you, it's just a joy to be here in Christ United Methodist Church again. So many familiar faces that I love to see. And it's always wonderful to see my good friend Logan Bingham, who's the chancel choir director here. And I would be amiss not to make sure I announce that our wonderful collaborative pianist is Kristen Kerr, the mother of one of the singers in the choir. April, you're the daughter. Okay. Our next piece, and I know it's, what? And Cassandra. Oh, Cassandra, I'm so sorry. 2 daughters of our collaborative pianist singing in this choir. And there are actually 13 of the 16 of these members of the choir were former high school students of mine. 2 of the other singers, because there are 16, and then 2 of them are mothers of 2 former high school students that are music teachers in the Valley. And then my wife, Nicole, is also singing in the choir. So the next piece we're going to sing, and I know it's not quite Advent yet, but that's okay, is called The Work of Christmas. And the text says, "When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and the princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among brothers, to make music from the heart. When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins."
so much, Austin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
ladies.
much. Thanks,
Terrific.
ladies. We really appreciate you being here tonight.
Really fantastic.
Well, that's going to be hard for me to follow up, but I do want to read some names off of calls that have come in here tonight. We got a call from Sylvia Spangler. She's made a pledge. Vivian Schnegenberger and her father, Ted Stathakis, both made pledges. Donna Thomas, my friend Donna and Bruce Thomas have made a pledge. Ruth and Henneman and Larry Hunter have made a pledge. Ben and Ken Johnson have made their pledge, as has J.C. Creek, Lenore Lewis, Pat Linneber, and Tom and Sally Loken. That's 10 more we've got here tonight.
Great, thank you, Jay. We just have one more song tonight. I know that we were going to end at 8 and we're going a little bit long, but that's okay, I think. The last song is from our associate pastor, Bruce Kolasch, and this is a recording. And then after he's done, we'll kind of wrap it up and tell you what the total is of all the pledges. And so thank you for being with us tonight.
Country Roads, and one by Roger Miller, Walking in the Sunshine. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountains, rolling like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue waters, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Walking in the Sunshine, Roger Miller. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Think about a good time had a long time ago. Think about forgetting about your worries and your woes. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Whether the weather be rain or snow, pretending can make it real. a snowy pasture or a green, green grassy field. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Put a smile upon your face as if there's nothing wrong. Think about a good time had a long time ago. Think about forgetting about your worries and your woes. Walking in the sunshine, sing a little sunshine song. Wah, 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 wacky ho, whether the weather be rain or snow, pretending can make it real on a snowy pasture or a green, green grassy field. Thank you.
That's what happens with telethons, right? And before we go, I want to be sure and mention the names of everyone who has called in a pledge tonight. And we've got quite a long list here that I'm going to read through that's going to take us on up on our thermometer. Lori and Mike Asmussen made a pledge. Bill and Sue Nissen made a pledge. Chuck and Gina Williams. Gosh, I'd like to see you guys again. Terry and Lucy White. Lucy, especially, I'd like to see you again. Oh, Terry, I guess I'd like to see you too. John Williams has made a pledge. Diane Long, John Middleton, Donna Adams, Pam and Dave Allison called in their pledge, and we really appreciate it. Nancy Bockley made her pledge while sitting here tonight. That was pretty nice, as did Jerry Byrne. Hey, Phil Carden, thanks for calling your pledge in. Scott and Lynn Barrett made their pledge, as did Tricia Westbrook. Tricia, sure wish I could see you again soon. Kevin and Gay Clark. Gay, we wish we had an opportunity to hear you in the choir again. And Jenny Duncan, she called in her pledge, as did Byron Elwell. Elaine Erickson, Eileen Stringer. Eileen, thank you so much for calling in your pledge. Barbara Nilsson called in a pledge. Karen Schleifer. Karen, I miss seeing you over at the Mill Creek Center. Hopefully soon we'll get back over there. Sean McCracken, my neighbor, called in his pledge. And last but not least, Dana Hughes called in a pledge tonight, taking us up to 104. So thanks, everybody. That's wonderful.
That is terrific. Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie's my friend from Ogden, and she came down. I told her she would be the thermometer lady tonight. So thank you, Steph. Thank you, everybody, for this. It was, I don't think it was a train wreck. Jay said that it might be a train wreck. But
thanks to our callers here tonight. They did
Dale
a great
and
job.
Jackie and Bruce and Nancy and Evelyn, thank you so much. And
Rachel at home.
Rachel at home especially. And thank you, Barrett and Frank and Chuck. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you so much. We give thanks to God for all that comes our way. Thank you so much. Amen.
Good night.
You guys are troopers.